I don't like it. I love it, love it, love it. Uh-oh.
Motherhood surely is an amazing journey, but it comes with highs and lows. So it's encouraging to see mommies who have outdone themselves, not only at home, but outside as well. This week, I meet two mompreneurs who have built their own successful businesses. My guests are Miranda and Kirsten, supermoms and owners of babysouk.com. Let's hear their very inspiring story.
Love it, love it. Uh-oh.
I know the entire e-commerce industry was in its infancy stage. So how was it to be in an industry that was just growing at that point in time?
Well, I mean, I think both businesses were set up in 2009. So they were actually some of the first online baby boutiques in the market in the region. And I think at that time, the difference between now and then was the level of trust that people have in online stores. So then everything was cash on delivery. No one would pay by credit card. The market is a very much a convenience-driven market. I think we're very, I don't know what it is about living in Dubai in particular, but everybody tends to be very last minute. There's always different periods of travel going on with all the different kind of cultures and religions and breaks and different school holidays. So we tend to find a lot of our businesses quite last minute and that convenience kind of
and
angle.
Deliver now.
Yeah.
You know, what I like about your story is so similar to so many mothers, so similar to mine. I started my business when I became a mother because I didn't want to go to an office and, you know, work 9 to 5, and I wanted the flexibility in time and so many things that comes with being an entrepreneur. But when you start a business, you realize that's not it. There are just so many things day in and day out you're tackling and you're facing, and the challenges, the good and the bad. What were the main challenges that you guys faced at that point in time with the family, having
Probably the
kids?
balance, actually, because you might not be there 9 till 5, but you're there every free hour. You have got to drive a passion.
I think the difficult thing is separating your home life from your professional life and never really feeling like you switch off.
My daughter often says to me, "Are you on your computer again?" I'm like, yes, but I get to be on it with you.
So you have 3 kids and you have
One.
How has it been balancing both work and professional life so far?
I think it must be a lot more challenging for Kirsten to do that than, I think, balancing 3 of different ages with nursery and then school drops, and that's a lot more challenging.
You just said that you also pick them up and you drop them at school, so that's...
I do a lot of work in my car on my mobile. There is a balance, but I enjoy what I do, so I guess I enjoy both of them. So yes, it's challenging, but both rewarding, and I feel quite lucky that I get to pick them up from school and to take them to whatever club they want to go to. I feel like I'm doing my job there as well, where an office, maybe you couldn't do that 9 till 5. So I feel actually quite lucky that,
So what are your growth plans, and how do you see this market growing when it comes to online marketing?
I think there's a lot of competition coming into the online space. So for us, the constant challenge is always trying to set the benchmarks for how the rest of the market should follow. So we try and be leaders in our market as opposed to followers. And that involves us constantly trying to be innovative with the level of experience that we're delivering to customers.
Trying and testing products, getting brands that not available here.
And putting that parental voice behind it. I mean, I think before we were talking about how, as a parent, it's so overwhelming, the amount of choice that's in in products now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There are just too many products and
Yeah.
brands available.
So we differentiate in that sense. So every single product that's on our online shelf has been tried, tested, and has a parent voice behind it.
In an industry like this, you have to keep innovating.
Yes, yeah, you
So
do.
how do you guys keep yourself updated with everything that's happening internationally?
I think that's the secret, is to actually not be looking at what people are doing domestically. We don't view our competition as being domestic. We do view the competition as being international, and we look at global players outside of our industry as to what they're doing and how they're delivering, and we get a lot of ideas from them.
It's very easy to start a business, but very, very difficult to sustain it. And that's what the success is all about. So I really want to know, how did you keep your passion alive to wake up every morning and keep doing what you do every single day?
My background was legal. Kirsten's background was PR and marketing beforehand. So I think
Neither of us were retail.
neither of us were in the retail industry, but I think as parents, the one thing that we knew was that there was a big gap in the market for providing that voice behind.
Yeah, and I mean, it's that drive to improve every day, and getting up and even just seeing what sales you make or who opened your newsletter. It's like, that's your drive. It's you've got people there that are interested in what you're telling them, and I guess each day we want to improve that from the next day, a really good day, and can we beat it tomorrow, or
Absolutely.
So
So what are your future plans?
Well, we've now essentially got two separate parts of the business. So we have, we own the distribution rights and family Souk for 10 leading global brands, and we distribute those to a lot of other retailers in the market. So we learned as a retailer that there was, again, a lack of really brand-focused distributors who also helped support on marketing and genuinely were out acting in the interest of those brands to build those brands in the market. Baby Souk is kind of
hopefully
going on
we'll
to...
grow it internationally now. We're looking
amazing.
we're looking at new markets. We've done a lot of research into different regions. That over the next 2 years, I'd love to see it
Watch that
expand.
space,
And
And I think
new
other
markets.
emerging markets.
Yeah, that we can, manage from here. Maybe we'll get new teams. One of us might move, that sort of thing. But it's definitely on the horizon.
So I'll start with you. What are the tips you would like to give men and women who are watching the show right now and in that stage in their life and they would love to start something on their own?
I think I would say trust your instincts and do make instinctive decisions, but at the same time do a level of research behind what you're doing, and also plan for the business to be big and to be successful. Don't just imagine that you're going to be able to, don't plan for it being a small business, because you can then have a very quick problem on your hands where you haven't actually catered either financially or in terms of resources for the level of demand that you can have if you really have happened upon a great idea. So that would probably be my advice. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say stick to it. It won't happen overnight. Don't get disheartened if, the first month didn't have the results that you
Hang in there.
visualize. But hang in there, and it will come if you hang in there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. And I know people loved this episode and the interview. I loved it because there's just so much to learn from it. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And I hope to see you again.
Thank you
for having us.
Well, I'm sure you got inspired by this story. I would love to hear from you, so write to me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook page, and keep watching theUmaShow.com. See you soon.